Many moons ago, I was going to talk about Squid Game, but I think that so many people have covered it, and all I can really say about it is that the set design is immaculate and the writing is very good. And once again, Korea knocked it out of the park and captured the attention of Western audiences so effectively. Something they've achieved yet again with the new show All of Us Are Dead. I think there was a big marketing push because of the budget and Netflix publishing. Everyone and their grandma was talking about Squid Game, and I think that Squid Game was probably a lot of people's first foreign language movie slash TV show, which is great because it means that more people are branching out. But in 2019, going on to win the first Oscar for a non-English language film in the history of the Academy Awards was Parasite. A film of such artistic grandeur that it is only right that it gets its own video on this damn channel. Directed by certified visionary Bong Joon-ho, the film is about an intricate scheme of a poor family who try to infiltrate and live the kind of false life inside this wealthy family's home when the owners are not paying enough attention. The concept works so well because it's executed in a way that we don't fully understand the gravity of what they're doing until it's too late, and it feels as if we're discovering sinister underlining connotations along with the main characters. The film does follow a basic 3-act structure, but it's produced in such a way that on a second watch, you see these intertwined darker stories being told. There will be light spoilers in this video, so I recommend going away and watching the movie first, and then coming back. The family that live in the house, the owners as I'll refer to them, live this fast-paced life. The first gig that one of our main characters gets is a tutor job for their son. It's apparent that the life this family lives is one of convenience and immediacy. Even the son, although young and supposedly neurodiverse, similarly mirrors this rushed and distracted vibe that we get from his mother. They are also seen mostly in motion, added to the rushed feel of their presence on screen, only slowing down towards the apex and initial reveals as they start to suspect something afoot. But this only happens when they start to take in what's going on around them, something I assume that they don't have a lot of time to do. This is done to give us a true sense of detachment, and therefore we don't automatically feel disgusted by the devious plan of the Kim family, who live in poverty and resemble the complete polar opposite of the owners. The Kims are static a lot, speaking and scheming about how to make the money for their next meal. The full family with young adult children live in the same house, a house that is at the literal lowest point in the world the story constructs. The house floods when they begin to forget about it more and more, while the rain causes no destruction for the owners of the house all the way above them, where the rain is a visual marvel instead of a signifier of despair. They make a very big point of showing the deep disconnect between the two families living different lives. The house itself was crafted by the production designer and director in tandem to be used specifically for the film, which sounds like a big budget killer, but honestly it's genius. It allows the crew and camera enough space to be able to navigate the house in interesting and dynamic ways, while staying at a focal length that isn't too wide and spacey. And designing the house from scratch allows us to be fully immersed in what's going on room to room. The darkest element of this story is the basement segments. When the Kim family become more and more entangled in the web of lies that they've woven for themselves, they start to find ways to stay in the house while the owners come home more and more frequently. They find a basement in the house via the old housekeeper that points out that she left something down there after she was schemed out by the Kim family to make room for their own mother figure. They discover that her own husband has been living in the basement, hiding from loan sharks for years, and that she's been feeding him to keep him alive. Almost a real parasite, living on the outer edges of their big house. When the Kims discover this, they realize the dark path that their own plan can send them down. The old housekeeper insists that her husband stay, as it is safer there than in the world outside, which I felt was so sad because it reiterates the level of poverty and desperation that the lower classes in this fictional version of Korea are going through. The main strength and why I think this movie is so good is because of how it depicts the wealthy, who are driven by their work and ease with little distraction as possible, to the dirt poor, who are desperately clawing their way up the social ladder in order to be able to get the simplest of jobs. The desperation is done so well through the willingness to kill the owners and destroy the illusion, just not to go back to what they once had. They'd rather live the lie or accept their own mortal fate. Imagery, set design, and writing out of the top drawer make Parasite a pure masterwork of cinema, and I think that it's a real depiction of the power and money struggle in everyday life that a lot of people go through. I'm not sure when I'll be doing another video. I've decided to be a bit more sporadic and create things as it feels natural, so I hope you enjoyed this video and can take something away from it, even on a second watch, just like our movie of the day. I'll see y'all next time.